Well, the court haven't even established jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction have to be established first. I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about. There's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
I'm going to hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
What is your middle name? Can you remove your hat, please? And your scarf.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's courtroom moment is one for the books. We've got another case involving a sovereign citizen, and it's full of jaw-dropping moments from start to finish. This one starts off strong. The man walks into court, facing 17 separate charges. Yes, 17, and still acts like none of the rules apply to him. He sticks to the usual sovereign citizen script, challenging the court's authority and showing open defiance throughout. But here's the twist. The judge, who's typically calm and collected in these hearings, eventually reaches his breaking point. And when that moment hits, you'll want to be watching. Also, can we just pause and ask, how are there still people like this in 2025? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, let's get into the details.
What is your middle name, Mr. Garner?
Earl.
Earl?
No.
Mr. Garner, do you want to offer on these or do you want to go to trial?
I would like to know what the charges are.
Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus James Earl Garner. Case number SP 11000435, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 116950. Those are driving license expired, misdemeanor, no insurance, insurance misdemeanor. Thank you. And an improper plate misdemeanor. All of them punishable by maximum possible penalty of 93 days in jail and/or $500 in fines. SP 1169507, counts 1 and counts 2, expired license and no insurance misdemeanor, both punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1169521, same improper plates, same punishment, $500 and 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines, maximum possible penalty. SP 1223079, driver one license suspended. SP 127-37681, SP 129-27512. 3 of those tickets are all punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1547006, counts 1, counts 2, and counts 3. Those are civil infractions. SP 1547407, counts 1 and counts 2. Count 1 being a driver license suspended repeat offender. This one is in warrant status, probably an old case that he didn't pay. SP 800104, counts 1 and counts 2. 1 being an unregistered untitled. He owes $1,194 on that. And SP and count 2 of that is a drove while licensed improper. It looks like he has a $114 fine on that. State of Michigan versus James Earl Garner, case number SX 36268561. That is a drove while license expired. And that will be $500 maximum possible penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Garner. Mr. Garner, please state your name for the record.
First off, I do have a couple.
You got to state your name first. You got to state your name first.
No,
Let's start there.
Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. I think Mr. Garner is going to represent himself. Am I correct, Mr. Garner?
I'm representing myself in what? I mean, I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about.
State of Michigan, City of Detroit.
Talk about this guy's strategy, or lack thereof. He chose to represent himself, even with 17 active charges. That's a risky move, and honestly, it's the kind of decision that rarely ends well. These tactics never seem to work, unless your goal is to become internet famous for all the wrong reasons, and you can clearly see the judge is done, just totally over it. It's like you can feel him counting down the days to retirement. You really have to wonder if this judge ever gets a break from these kinds of cases. What do you think? Let's keep going. Things only escalate from there. The defendant keeps interrupting, talking over the judge, and pushing boundaries to the point where the whole courtroom feels out of control. Adding with all due respect.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
Withdrawing my name from the record on that one. Thank you.
I know. How do you want to proceed, Mr. Garner? You set the matter. I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Give him a $0 bond. Either set the matter for trial, or I'll wait for the city to give you an offer. What do you want to do?
Well, the court hasn't even established jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction has to be established first, and there's no jurisdiction established. And once jurisdiction is challenged, that must be settled before charges can be brought.
All right. Do you want to put that in a motion, sir?
As far as I'm concerned, any and all charges must be dismissed because there is no complaining witness, and the state cannot be.
I'm not gonna listen. If that's your motion, I'm gonna deny the motion. Okay. So all we're gonna do now, we're not gonna keep going back and forth. Either you take an offer or you set the matter for trial. Which one do you want?
Respectfully, in order for this to continue, there must be a complaining witness, and the state cannot be a complaining witness. Now, if I'm entitled to a fair trial, the law states there must be a victim. I'm just requesting, who is the victim? Who did I injure?
The citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
The state cannot be a victim. And if that's the case,
I said the citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
If that's the case,
Mr. Garner, can we just go into a breakout room and then maybe I can give you a little bit of advice to assist you with moving forward? Would you be agreeable to that?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. I believe he's ready, Your Honor. He's representing himself.
Let's go back on the record with Garner. What do you want to do, Mr. Garner? Do you want a trial date, or you want an offer? Those are really your only two options.
Before a rude comment doesn't make it polite. It just makes it worse. This hearing turns chaotic, fast, and honestly, it's hard to watch someone speak so disrespectfully to the very person deciding their legal outcome. At some point, you have to wonder, where's the line? How far is too far? Let's continue. Remember when I said the judge would eventually lose his patience? Well, that moment is here, and it's completely justified. Normally, this judge keeps his cool, but today was clearly not the day to test him. The contempt charge he handed down was fully deserved. I mean, how can you come into court shouting about made-up laws and expect things to go your way? Honestly, it felt like the defendant was trying to collect charges like some sort of bizarre achievement. And through it all, the level of...
Okay, since we are on the record, all I'm asking for is the
Okay, one last time. Now listen, here's how it's gonna go from this point on. If you don't answer the question that I asked specifically, then I'm gonna hold you in contempt of court, and we're gonna move from that point on, right?
So you're telling me,
Mr. Garner, we're not gonna have a
conversation.
Stop, sir. Stop, sir. Now, that's the last time I'm gonna ask you to speak
on the law. Is that what I'm hearing?
All right.
I'm asking.
gonna hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order. I've asked him repeatedly to not interfere or add any extra commentary to this case. I've given him ample time to answer the court's question, and he continues to refuse to do so. So now I'm going to hold you in contempt, and I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Wayne County Jail, no early release.
So that means that the court is just going to violate my rights because I'm defending myself? Is that what I'm hearing?
30 days, Wayne County Jail, no early release. That'll give you some chance and some time to read up on your rights, okay? Fill out the contempt papers, Madam. So I'm gonna order you to turn yourself in today, Mr. Garner, to start that jail time, okay?
So I have a question.
I'm not answering any more of your questions. Turn yourself in to the Wayne County Jail today.
So the court is going to be in direct violation of my rights in the law. Is that where we're standing?
That's how you feel. Have a good day, sir.
Disrespect aimed at the judge, the person in charge of his fate, was just staggering. Sovereign citizens often act like court is optional, but today's hearing was a clear reminder. The law is still the law, and the judge's gavel carries real weight. It was genuinely refreshing to see the court stand firm and send a message that enough is enough. I'll wrap things up here. What did you think about this case? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy these kinds of courtroom breakdowns, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new videos daily, so stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.